Yo, what's going on, peeps? Back again with another vid. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share everything. Make sure you hit that bell. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. All fans are welcome. If you support Man City, Chelsea, Rangers, Celtic, whoever you're following, you're free to subscribe and join the community. But right now, this vid is the player ratings for the West Ham game. And as you know by now, the score was West Ham 2, Spurs 1. And I've dropped the review already. So if you want more detail, in depth of my review, go and check it out. I'll give you a little summary of what I said. Saw the lineup. Straight away I saw the centre backs and I was already not impressed. And I said, if we go with that, this is what I said in my preview. I said, if we go with those in the centre backs, Dyer and Sanchez, it's going to be a long day. And I said that we'll lose. Because I really wasn't confident and we lost. And yes, they are part to blame. Because they were around or thereabout in each of those goals. They were in the area, they were in that vicinity where we were hurt. So yes, they are culpable and to blame. And I don't know how Marino's coming, unless he's a double agent and they're just trying to sabotage the club. But I don't know how you can come in, see those centre backs you have, and think you're going to win anything, and think these players are good enough. Now, albeit we don't have much options, but you brought in Roden, and when you brought in Roden, you didn't send him on loan. So I was like, okay. Or maybe he's on loan, but I don't remember him going out on loan. But for me, even if he is on loan, or was on loan, whichever, you have Alderweireld on the bench. You don't have Alderweireld fit for a game like this and put him on the bench in a derby. You have him starting. And you're going to put Tanganga in there. I'd prefer that pairing. Because Tanganga actually, he slots in well in centre-back if you give him the right personnel next to him. And I think Alderweireld is the best personnel for him. But he didn't. He went with who we didn't want to see, which was Dyer and Sanchez. And effectively, because that's the game with that lineup, that centre-back pairing, and the fact that Bale had that brilliant game. Now people say, oh, they were a crap team, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's played against crap teams before. He played against Morecambe and he was awful. And he wasn't even on that long. Not Morecambe, Marin. And he wasn't good then either, but they were even worse. These are people that work in Sainsbury's and God knows what else. He didn't even shine there. So the fact that he shined in that game, he should have got a start. I would have kept, I guess you could have put Lamela in there. I wasn't mad. Since you didn't play Ali, I would have said, alright, cool. You're not playing Ali, fine. Because Lamela was good today. But, well, yesterday, but see, look, this team got me just confused and discombobulated. I don't even know what day it is, but again, he didn't. He put in Lucas. He was awful. He got a goal, cool, but other than that, he was awful. Let's be real. I'd have said, okay, Lamela, number 10, and then put Bale on the right. But he didn't, and we wasted 45 minutes again of football. And obviously, you waste 45 minutes of football, then how you expect to win? You want every chance of losing, and that's what happened yesterday. So it is what it is. But anyway, this is player ratings. You want to hear me go on a moan and a rant? Watch the review. This is the player rating. So let's get to it. And as always, in between the sticks, we're going with Hugo Lloris, and probably should have done better with the first goal. But I guess the bounce, because there's no touch, I think he's expecting a touch from Antonio, but he didn't touch him. So it's just a reaction, so maybe it's a bit harsh, but still not good enough. Second goal, no chance. And to be real, second half, he didn't have to do anything, really. It didn't really trouble him. It was all us second half, apart from that goal. Once they scored that goal, it was all us, so he didn't have much to do. But he conceded 2. Oh, I'm a poet, I didn't know it. And I can't give him a higher score, so I'm going to give him a 5 average. Eric Dyer. He just had a torrid time in that game, and probably should have done a little bit better with the first goal. And overall, he's just not good. I wouldn't say he had an awful game, but he's just not good enough. So the sooner he's out, the better. But on his form, who's gonna really want to come in for him and buy him? He's just signed a new deal. So that's gonna put a little value on him, but the way he's playing is probably devaluing himself, so not the best. The defense is just awful. The first half they were just getting exposed. You ain't getting a high number. Eric Dyer, you're getting a 4, mate, and that's being generous. I'm gonna give him a 4. The second half he done a bit better. Tanganga only played 45 minutes. Hardly saw the ball, to be fair. There was times when he was in loads and loads of space, but he wasn't receiving the ball. Now I'm assuming the players around probably think, well, you're not really attack-minded, so we're not going to give you the ball in those areas because you're not going to do anything. But still, he could have brought someone else in the game, and people might be saying he might be at fault for the goal, the first one, but he was behind. So unless he shattered Eric Dyer or whatever else, I don't know what he did. But I wouldn't blame him for the first goal. It's a mix-up between Lloris and Dyer, as always. So for me, he played half a game. I'm going to give him hardly touched the ball, can't give him anything high. Not his fault, but this isn't about sympathy and emotions. This is based on what I saw. So on that, I'm going to give him a 3. Reguilon came back, happy to see him, and he brought what I expected him to bring. He put in some good crosses, but he did put in some awful ones as well. But he was trying to put balls in the box for Kane and Son and everyone else, but more time there was no one there on the end of them, or they just didn't fight to get on the end of the balls, and it was all done in vain. But I think he done alright while he was on. He played about 77 minutes. He did get booked, so maybe that's why he got hooked. But I think he done well, and it's his first game back in a minute. So yeah, Reguilon for me, I'm gonna give him a 6. Sanchez, awful for the second goal. I don't know what he was doing, and Benrahma came on and just terrorized him, spun him countless times like a spinning top. Only Sanchez I see make a tackle and not end up with the ball, somehow lose it. Like on FIFA when you tackle someone, but somehow they still manage to smuggle it and get through it past you. And that's what Sanchez was doing. So for me, probably worse than Eric Dyer, if I'm being honest. He was getting exposed on that left-hand side. Well, the right-hand side. So for me, Sanchez, 2. It was awful. Højbjerg. first half, he didn't really control the midfield like I was expecting him to. Declan Rice and everyone else, Suchek, bossed it, and he was just playing catch up. He was just running around like a headless chicken. Second half, a little more controlled, with Ndombele there. Tried, but only one good half. So you're going down the middle. He's getting a 5. Eric Lamela. Now for me, he was our best player in the first half, and it's not often I say that about Lamela. He went on a good run, released Kane, and Kane, poor finish for his standards. Didn't even hit the target, he sliced it wide. I was expecting it to go, and if that goes in, we probably win the game. But alas, it didn't. He squandered it. But for me, Lamela's the only person trying to do anything, being direct going forward, and he got hooked at half time, which I hope was an injury and not tactical, because if it was a tactical change, it was not a good tactic. If you're going to make a tactical change like that, it's got to work. Otherwise, questions need to be asked. Why taking the best player on the pitch off? And it didn't work. So if he says tactical, then you better have some good answers, because not good enough. And for me, I'm going to give Lamela a 7. Lucas got a goal. Other than that, what did he do? If any of you know what he done, please put it in the comments, because all I remember him doing some poor passes. He don't have passing range like a number 10, like a De Bruyne. But he thought he was De Bruyne, and he was putting in some shocking passes, some awful shots in the stands. He probably kicked it all the way to Stratford Station. Some of his shots not good enough, and he's only going to get a highest mark because he got a goal. But without that, it'd been a lot lower. He's getting a 4. Son, synonymous. What do you want to say? Apart from taking corners and blasting a shot well over the stands, like he thought it was the Super Bowl still. He was quiet, didn't do anything. Almost got a goal with some fortune that ricocheted off his shin onto the post, but not a good game for Sonny. And I love Son, but it was not a good performance. He's getting a 3. And Ndombele, not one of his better games. He had a good few moments, but it weren't his best game, if I'm being honest. I don't remember him doing much, so definitely weren't a standout performance, so he's going to get a 3. And Harry Kane had good chances, no cutting edge, just dragged them wide. It just summed up his afternoon, but he was trying. There should have been times he should have been in the middle, but he weren't. This one when he broke through, put a ball across, good defending from Rice. He had more time, he probably should have done a little bit better with that situation, but he didn't, and I think that's what led to Bale's shot that hit the bar. But Kane, sorry bro, I love you as well, but that weren't it. Only because of the couple of chances he had and some good passes and link-up play. He's going to get a 5. Onto the subs. Delhi came on 77th minute. Now, people might judge and say, oh, he didn't do anything, but you come into a derby in a game like this, fast pace, 77th minute, and you've got to catch up and get up to speed with the game. It's hard. And he didn't deliver. Maybe he's just started, might have been a different story. He was doing flicks and stuff when it was not the time. We're trying to get back in the game. You don't got time for fancy flicks. If we're winning 3-1 in the 88th minute, that's fine, but we're not. So just pass the ball. Not a good appearance for him. Not a good cameo at all. Dele getting a 4. Gareth Bale, my man of the match, came on second half. He came on at half time, got an assist for the goal. He was getting into all the little pockets that they were leaving, doing some nice link-up play, had a nice shot, hit the bar. He was brilliant in that 45 minutes. He done more in that 45 minutes than Kane and Son done in the whole game. Let's be real. More than the majority of that team. So, for me, man of the match, easy. And he's getting an 8. And last not least, Doherty came on. I guess Mourinho weren't happy with the Tanganga out there. He wanted a bit more experience and someone more attacking, but didn't see him, didn't do anything really special. So Doherty done alright, I guess. Just average. I'll give him a 4. And that is the player ratings. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and share. And until Tuesday with the preview for the Wolfsburger game, you lot stay safe, and I'm out.